One of my other immortal yogi friends, who's only 2,000,
Yeah.
he has actually done a public demonstration of immortal yoga 7 times.
What does that mean, a public demonstration?
Well, he has this, basically he's buried alive.
Uh-huh.
And
a samadhi type experience.
But he's done that about every 300 years
Uh-huh.
For the last 2,000 years. And then he comes back later and just presents himself to the public, because like you said, immortal yogis do stay hidden.
Right, that's the thing. So it's not in the consciousness of the public that that's a reality. And you say in the book they stay hidden because of the negative energies that most people carry with them. They don't want to go near them because they'll pick that up.
Right, yeah. And so like Bhartriji, who's 2,000 years old, people live in his ashram for 25 to 50 years before they may even have a glimpse of him. And in some cases, he may only appear to them in dreams. As a reason, and so they have to do that much sadhana in order to even get his attention.
Right.
And I mean, he's 2,000 years old, and he doesn't have a receptionist, and he doesn't present himself to the public.
Bhartriji basically did the same thing 7 times in the last 2,000 years. He had his body buried alive in front of hundreds of people and disappeared to their sensual awareness unless they had enough spiritual development that they could see him when he was doing other things between those public appearances and those public demonstrations of immortal yoga. And so I went to, usually when I went to see Bhartriji, he always put in an appearance for me, primarily because of special urging by his guru, who is Babaji. And he always put in an appearance for me, and I've seen him 6 or 7 times. But all the times that I went to see him, I only had maximum 3 days to spend at his ashram. And one of the things that I learned the first time that I went there is that I met the son of the main priest of the temple at his ashram. And the son was 14 years old at the time. And his father had been the priest of the temple for over 20 years and had never seen Bhartriji in 20 years of being the main priest of the temple. But he appeared to his son, and he showed his son a lotus on his footprint and said, if you ever have any doubt about my appearance, then, or whether or not it's me, you can just look for the lotus on my footprint. And so that was 1981, and I've resumed my relationship to that boy, who is now a farmer with a family. And Bhartriji has since appeared to him several times in the last, since 1981, which is 26 years. And he's also appeared to his father a few times. But the point is that Bhartriji is known as an immortal, he's known as a yogi, not a guru. And so he has profound respect for what I call emotional energy pollution. And in the context of living for 2,000 years, you're not impressed by people's burst of enthusiasm that comes and goes in a few days or a few hours. And so unless you are interested in having a relationship with him for 25 to 50 years, and you do something that is significant enough to get his attention, then forget it. And so that is a whole different concept of education and learning than we are used to in the Western world. Because in the Western world, we are totally hypnotized by theory rather than reality, whereas immortal yogis are not hypnotized by that problem. And you have to demonstrate your mastery over reality before you can get their attention in some meaningful way.